Here with head coach Shannon Hlebichuk following a 4-3 double overtime loss against Miami. Coach, home opener, exciting game. If you could just start with your overall thoughts on today's performance.
Well, I thought we showed a lot of spirit and a lot of energy throughout the entire 90 minutes. With the exception, I guess I should say 86 minutes. 4-minute letdown in the second half, which led to that 3-goal deficit, which we crawled out of, which I think for me as a coach, watching that heart and spirit and that energy could be season defining in the most positive way.
Coach, if you could just expand a little bit about that unbelievable comeback in the final 10 minutes of the game. Anouk got her first career goal, and if you could just start with what you thought of those 3 goals.
Well, first I don't mean to interject, but I'm going to talk about Kelsey Federico, because what she did was kept us in that game in order for us to be able to put those 3 balls in the cage to tie it up. Her effort was outstanding, but with that said, our offense, things that we've been focusing on all week, maybe didn't fall for us in the first half. They made sure they happened in the second half, and I think the execution on our corners, Anouk getting her first collegiate goal, and just the work that they put in that final 30 minutes to change the face of that game was unbelievable on everyone's part.
Mm-hmm. And Kelsey coming back for her junior season now, really a veteran leader in the back line. Can you just talk about her performance?
Yeah, I mean, 16 saves for a field hockey game is nothing short of amazing. I would still say that our defense, I thought, played pretty well, but Kelsey puts herself in the right position each and every time the other team is coming down the field. It makes all the difference in the world when you have a leader back there, someone with experience, and someone that's elevated her game over these last few months. She took her summer training very seriously. She took the position of goalkeeping very seriously, and the leadership abilities that she has is unbelievable. So she earns every one of those saves, and it's just nice to have her on our team.
And lastly, home opener here in front of a great crowd. What does it mean in exciting games like this, especially to have a good crowd like that behind you?
Well, I certainly thought the crowd brought us through those 2 overtime periods. I probably would think that some of them thought it was over when it was 3-0. I'm not going to say I was there. I've seen this team compete all preseason long, and I wasn't convinced that game was over at 3-0. So I think for the stands, when we put that first one in, they started to get their energy back up, and it certainly spills over to the field and to the bench area. And I think the energy just surrounding our team today really elevated us through those 90 minutes.
Thanks, Coach.